Hey everybody, good morning. 7 o'clock's a lot earlier than 9 o'clock. All right, it's almost 7, so we'll get started officially in like a minute here. Go ahead and get warmed up if you're on your bike. Make sure you have a towel, water, music, all the fun stuff. All right, let's get started. So here we go, 40 minutes. In the notes there, if you can see the comments, I put the workout. We're going to warm up for 9 minutes, and then we're going to do 5 sets of 30 seconds. 30 seconds high cadence, 30 seconds easy recovery. And then we're going to go 6 times 2 minutes at best sustained pace with a minute 30 recovery. And then after that, 5 minutes cool down. So what is best sustained pace? Remember, it's not your best pace for only 2 minutes. You want to think about the entire 12 minutes. If you have any metrics like heart rate or power, take note of what your average is for those. And then on each successive, you can try to match it or beat it. What we don't want to see is like a really strong one right out of the gate, and then the rest fall below that. So if you have your computer and you do have the ability to do average heart rate, average watts, that's fantastic. Otherwise, let's go by perceived exertion. Always keep track of your cadence. So ideally, even when we're going hard, we want to see that cadence, definitely above 80, closer to 90. Everyone's a little bit different there. I tend to ride around 85 when I ride hard. I probably should work on getting that up. So I'll try to work on getting my cadence closer to 90 on these 6 by 2 minutes. Okay. Quick check. If your shoulders are up, try to relax them. Do that by elongating your spine. Draw your belly button in. A little bit of flex in your elbows. Nice, relaxed fingers, whether they're here, like you're playing the piano, whether they're here. A little bit of wiggle. And then let's take a second and look at your pedal stroke. So pretend that your pedal stroke is a clock, and so the top of the clock is 12, and then bottom of the clock is 6 o'clock, and then there's 3 at 9 o'clock, right? So what I want you to do now is just pedal from like 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Just push down on the pedals. And you might notice that you start to jump around a little bit more. You might be able to see me jumping around. It feels a little bit more jerky, right? Okay, that's going to really burn out your quads. It's also not going to engage your glutes and your hamstrings. And it's why we have pedals that clip in so we can pull back on the pedal. So now what I want you to do is think about a clock that goes from, let's say, like 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So we're basically sweeping through the bottom of the pedal stroke. So instead of pushing down, think about pulling back. And you can see for me, like my cadence picked up quite a bit. And then it feels a little more stable. Might need to switch to a harder gear because you have more power now. So really press your butt into your seat. Bring your belly button in. And then focus on sweeping through the bottom of the pedal stroke. Okay, now, at the same time, when one leg sweeps through, think about the other foot just arcing over the top. So we don't want to press down again like 12 to 3, but we can go some, say like 11 to 1 or 10 to 2. So we can sweep through the bottom while the other pedal stroke goes over the top, almost like an elliptical fashion. And this will help you have a more fluid pedal stroke. Some people, they used to call it spinning circles, where we're getting that full movement as opposed to just pushing down. All right, go ahead and if you haven't already, select like maybe one gear harder. So I was having zero resistance on my pedals, even though I was changing gears, and that's because my CompuTrainer wasn't turned on. So glad I figured that one out. All right, so as you switch gears to one gear harder, it'll start to bring up your heart rate, start to bring up the effort, start to just bring up the warm up from easy to more moderate. So the next thing we're doing is the 5 sets, 30 seconds high cadence, 30 seconds easy. That will act as a continuation of our warm-up. Get us ready for the work. The main set, which again is 6 by 2 minutes. Best sustained pace. So if you're looking at wattage, if you have wattage, ideally 95, 100% FTP. You could even go, up to 110% of your FTP. And one way to do it might be to, let's say you did the first one at 95% FTP. Then each successive one, maybe try to go 2 or 3 percentage higher. So maybe 97 or 98. And then the next one, either 100 or 101. And so on. And then, by the last one you may be tired and you may only be able to hit 100%, just because of the accumulated fatigue. But that's okay. It's going to be a great workout either way. So we're 7 minutes into the warm-up. 2 more minutes. Hopefully you got some music. I went with Pearl Jam today. All right, in 50 more seconds, we'll go into the 5 by 30 seconds. Remember, anybody doing it live or watching the video later, you can add on at the end of the 6 by 2 minutes. I would just plug in 5, 10, 15 minutes of aerobic work, conversational pace if you wanted to ride for an hour. You can certainly do a 7th or 8th set. Though I don't think you'll need to. All right. 15 seconds. We go for 30 seconds, high cadence. So think about what gear you want to be in. You can always do these on slightly different gears and see how that feels as well. Maybe start with an easier one. Here we go. Ready? If you have cadence, you can, especially if you have average cadence, you can look at that and then try to best that each time and bring your cadence up. All right, 30 seconds easy. You can see how this just like slowly starts to ramp up your heart rate. Start to get you ready for that harder work. That was 1. 4 left. And then if that felt a little easy, you can switch to 1 gear harder. All right, here we go. Ready, go. Three, 2, 1, easy. Two down. I say that mostly for myself, so don't forget. Otherwise, we'd be doing like 8 of these. Is that number 5? All right, we're going 5 seconds on number 3. Ready? Here we go. Let's go. Get your cadence up. Try to work on eliminating the bounce. Three, 2, 1, easy. Whew. 3 down. All right, coming up, number 4. Ready? Let's go. Bring your cadence up. Make this your best one. All right, 3, 2, 1, easy. One more. And then we're gonna go into our 6 by 2 minutes. Best sustained pace. Let's try to make each one a little bit harder or the same. So think about where you start. We want these to be beyond uncomfortable. So if somebody asks, how's that feel? It should feel hard. You can go towards the end, they can become very hard. All right, here we go, number 5. All right, and 3, 2, 1, easy. 30 seconds easy. Then we're gonna go into it. So good time to get some hydration. Towel off if you're sweating. Turn up your music. All right, ready? Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 2 minutes. So bring your cadence up first, and then you can start selecting your gear. Every gear harder makes the effort harder. If you have heart rate and power, cadence, look at those and see if you can hit what your goal is. Thirty seconds left. Ten seconds. All right, minute and a half easy. Whew. So one thing for those of you guys who are using heart rate, probably notice that your first one, your heart rate's going to be a lot lower, and that's just due to what's called lag. It takes a little bit for your heart rate to get up there, but now after this first one, let's stay a little bit elevated, and so you won't be starting from such a low place. So at the minute and a half, if you're looking at your heart rate, you'll see it drop, but it will come back up higher. But hopefully you're also tapping into perceived exertion. I've also noticed that it depends a lot on how you get out of the gate in terms of your average numbers. If you get out slow, it's harder to ramp up. So if you're really looking at some numbers that you want to hit, make sure you get out quick out of the gate, get up the cadence quicker, get into a harder gear quicker. You can even think about, we've got 20 seconds, so think about what gear you want to be in to start and shift into that gear now. Okay, we're going in 5 seconds for number 2. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Push yourself beyond what's comfortable into the range of hard. Minute in. 30 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, relax. Minute and a half easy. Nice job. Whew. Each one makes the next one a little harder. Can also make the time go by a little quicker. All right, 2 down. 4 more. Whew. So think about how that one felt. If you have metrics to look at those. And number 3 coming up. So starting to get a little bit harder. See if you can keep those same metrics or maybe drive them up a little bit. Got about 15 more seconds. So again, think about what gear you want to be in. Get your cadence up first, and then switch gears. Ready? Here we go. Number 3, 2 minutes. It's the same way when you're riding out on the road and you want to accelerate. Bring your cadence up first, and then shift gears, rather than shifting to the gear, because it takes longer in a harder gear to get your cadence up. You get your cadence up, you get your speed up, and then you can drop gears, a little harder gear, and your speed will pick up much more rapidly. Push. Twenty seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, easy. Whew. 3 down, halfway. Anybody else sweating? Whew. So in these easy ones, make sure there's very little to no tension in the rotations and the pedals. We just want to spin it out, flush out some of that waste product. Whenever we go really hard like that, you can build up a lactic waste pretty quickly in our muscles, so this kind of spinning will help flush that out a little bit. All right, 3 down, 3 to go. I'm getting into the last one's always a little easier because it's the last one. So number 4 and number 5 are probably gonna be a little harder mentally. Going in 5 seconds. Find your gear. Ready, let's go. Cadence, shift. Remember your pedal stroke, sweep through the bottom. $50 seconds left. It's your opportunity to dig in. $30 seconds, make it count. 10, 4, 3, 2, and easy. Nice job. Whew. Find an easy gear. Spin it out. All right, 4 down. You guys can let me know on the 5 by 30 seconds. I'm just looking at my time and it's off a little bit. So I'm thinking, did I skip and only do 4? Maybe you know, maybe you don't care. Maybe right now you're just thinking about how you're going to get through the last 2 like I am. 30 seconds and then we go. Two more. All right, find the gear you want to start in. Get off to a good start. We're going 3 seconds. Ready? Here we go. Bring your cadence up, first and foremost. And then start to switch gears. Find that resistance that you're looking for in the pedals. Focus on the pedal stroke. All right, almost a minute down. Thirty seconds. $20. All right, easy. Whew, minute and a half easy. Good job. Whew. 5 down. I was riding so hard, my earbud fell. Luckily, I have a second. Whew. One more. Let the legs spin over a little faster with less resistance in the pedals. We're going in about 35 seconds for the last one. $20 seconds. Get some water, scratch, clip drink, whatever you're drinking. All right, 5 seconds we go. Last 2 minutes. Get in the gear you want to be in. Ready, here we go. 2 minutes. Push, last one. Minute down. $30 seconds. Ten seconds. Finish it off. 3, 2. All right, easy. Nice job. Whew. Dang, that was hard. So if you're showing cadence, let's bring your cadence up to 90 and have very little to low resistance in the pedal. So should be quite easy. If your legs are spinning too out of control, go to 1 gear harder. All right, everybody, we're gonna do 5 minutes, nice and easy, aerobic. You can put a little more tension in your pedals. Ready, here we go, 5 minutes. Another good time to really work on your pedal stroke, work on your form, your posture. Okay, you'll have to let me know how you like the 7 a.m. I know we have a couple people in different time zones. It's not too early, a little bit early for me, but gets my day off to a quicker start. And Wednesday, it's a 45-minute workout. I believe it's, wait, I got it right here. Wednesday, 10-minute warm-up, 5 by 30 seconds, high cadence. And then we're gonna do 4 sets of 4 minutes. The intensity on those is lower than these 2 minutes. So it's gonna be more in the range of slightly uncomfortable to uncomfortable. But not hard. Okay, so if it feels hard, then you should back it off a bit. You can also think of it as in the range of, on the low end, between moderate and moderately hard, and on the high end, moderately hard to maybe moderately hard plus. So maybe a little bit more than moderately hard, but not hard. So for me, I feel like uncomfortable and moderately hard plus are about the same, different words, same feeling. So you really want to pay attention to that feeling. You can definitely feel it in your legs. You can feel that tension in your legs when you're pedaling. So if you're having a difficult time with perceived exertion, think about, putting your brain into your legs and like, how does this feel? Like right now, how does this feel? It shouldn't feel that hard. But when you're turning those pedals over in the 2 minutes, like we just did, should feel really hard. There's feel a lot of resistance in the pedals. And so on Thursday, it's maybe 75% of the way between here and what we just felt in terms of that resistance in our legs. So just play around with it. The more you ask yourself questions like, how does this feel? The easier it becomes. You can take perceived exertion out on the road. It can help you learn to change gears. If you're getting really tired and you feel like you have a lot of tension, a lot of resistance in your pedal stroke, go 1 gear easier and you'll notice that, your perceived exertion will come down just by taking some of that tension out of the pedals. Two more minutes. And then next week, we'll probably stick with the 7 a.m. time. And then I have a mixed intensity workout. So I think it's like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, high intensity. And then I'll do like 3 sets of those, something like that. And then the next block will be longer duration of the set, but the intensity will come down. And then a third block where we lower the intensity, increase the amount of time in the set. And then the following, so 9 days from now, Wednesday the 22nd, believe it's either 5 by 4 minutes or 4 by 5 minutes. One of the two, but it works out to the same total time in the main set, which would be 20 minutes. So that'll be a tough one too. But as you can see, if you've been following along for these workouts, even though they get harder, you also get stronger. You know, I think back to, it was just 2 weeks ago, we did, I think, 5 by 1 minute at that best sustained pace. And so here we are 2 weeks later, and we did 6 by 2 minutes. So it's just how the body adapts. You know, give it a workload and it adapts. And so that's why we just have to incrementally, slowly, consistently add some work, and we'll become stronger cyclists. Okay, 10 more seconds. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed the workout. Feel free to leave some comments. All right, that's that. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.